Hey guys, welcome to our Azure Learning YouTube channel. Okay, first of all, let me welcome all of you for this part 2 video of this Azure Functions. In this video, we're gonna discuss about our client scenario and we're gonna provide the solution for our client. Okay, so what is the requirement which comes from my client? See, so my client wanted to save the cost. So for that, he just wanted to do the starting and stopping of VMs during office hours. Okay. So when we need to start? Monday morning, sorry, morning 9 a.m. When we need to stop? Evening 6 p.m. Okay. This one we should do on every day. And also we are going to achieve this in Azure PowerShell script. PowerShell commands instructions we're gonna use. If it's not comfortable, you can go with Python or Java or any other language which is comfortable to you. You can use it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do in this Azure Functions. Let's get started. Okay, so first thing is I'm gonna use Visual Studio Editor for this session. So if it's not comfortable, you can go with any other editor, which is your choice. Let me open the editor. First, let me create the project. Azure. Okay, I have already logged in. So in your case, you need to log in this. Okay. In addition to that, you need to configure that extension here, Azure subscription extension you need to add here. Okay, I have already configured the subscription resources extensions and all. So now I'm just going to create the Azure function project. Okay, first we'll do all the setup in our local machine and then we'll create the Azure functions and then we'll do deploy over there. First, let me create the Azure function, Azure function project. Actually create workflow like, yeah. Okay, fine. Now let me go inside. So I'm just going to create a new directory here. In this directory, I'm just named it like function for my client. So I'm just mentioning my client name. Client name is Jiva. So I'm just giving Jiva. Okay, so let's select the folder and then just hit it. Okay, so which language is comfortable? So that we need to choose here. It's PowerShell. And we need to tell the template. So I'm gonna choose this timer template. Timer trigger for VM. Okay. So this was the name. And see, this is the trigger. I'm just hitting here. Okay. But as per the requirement, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pass like this. Okay. And sometimes that binding won't work properly, so that I'm just adding like this. Every day morning 9 a.m. and every day evening 6 p.m. Okay. So in that times and all, it should trigger. So that's what the rule. Just hit enter and I'm just selecting the same window. Okay. See our record steps and all comes. Timer based trigger. Here you can find the run PS1. Here we got the source code. And also host.json is there. And here that extensions and all games. In the profile.ps, here this connect AZ account identity. This one I'll tell you what exactly it is. And requirements.py requirements PD. So here we need to tell the libraries and all. Okay, so now what we did, we created the function projects as of now. Now I'm gonna define the commands. Okay, so what I'll do, I have already created the script which is to do this operation. To stop the VM and stop the VM, I already created this one. Let's see this. Okay, so here I need to tell the resource group. Okay, in those group. My resource group name is RAM-RG. Okay, so in this resource group, so far I'm just had only one VM. So I'm just gonna copy the resource group name. Then here I'm gonna pass the VM name. VM name is VM1. So just VM1. Okay, it's case sensitive, so give it properly. And I don't have any other VM, so just specify this one only. And see, here I'm just getting the current hour. Okay, so current time I'm just getting. After that, here I'm creating two functions. One is to start the VM and another one is to stop the VM. Okay, so when this stop function should work, when this when this start and stop functions would work. So for that, here I have added the else if condition. Okay, so if it's in 9 a.m., this start VM function should work. If time is 6 p.m., the stop VM should work. Okay, and also I just return this output. And if there is no requirement times, this statement would comes into the web browser. Yeah, so we have defined it. Let's save this one and okay. See here itself that scheduled comes automatically. If it not comes, you can manually update it. Okay, while the function creation we assign, right? So if you forgot there means you can update it here. This is something called bindings. Okay, let me save this. And also many procedures we need to do. In addition to that, in your local machine, you must have the Azure AZ module libraries. So that you should mention. And in addition to that, this command you should have import AZ module. After that, only this Azure command instructions and all would work. Okay, that's it. So I have imported it. So still we didn't give any privilege to this. Let me show you. Okay, if I'm gonna initiate this task, you would get errors. Okay, let's troubleshoot it. Don't worry. See, I'm gonna do this is for local host checking. Okay, I'm just checking locally. Mm. Okay, so this one giving the trigger. Okay, so the function unable to start. Yes, unable to start because we didn't started the trigger so far. So what exactly we need to do now? See, could not create the blob container client. So this is what we're getting. So far, we didn't enable the schedule. So that's why this one it's not comes. And also here we have choose the timer trigger. If you are choosing the HTTP trigger, whenever you're gonna hit the URL, this function should execute continuously. Okay, like that also we can perform it. But just before what we have done, we just created the function project locally. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna deploy this into Azure function. Okay, so that we can expect the automation. So it's working locally, that's fine. But if this one should work at any time, we need to deploy this into Azure function. Okay, let me start this one. Yeah. Okay, so let's create the Azure function. Here itself, this option comes. Deploy to Azure. Just hit this. This is to create the new function. If you don't have a function, you can create it. So I'm just gonna give the name. Your function name must be unique. So Azure Learning YouTube channel function. Okay. So this was the name I'm just using. Okay. So and then here I'm taking the latest version, PowerShell latest version. And here it asking me to choose. And here in my subscription, I couldn't choose this East to West because I don't have enough quota over there. So that I'm taking this West to West. Okay. So while the creation, you have to select the respective region where you had the quota. Okay, so now this one would create the functions, app service plans, the required stuff and all. It would create for us. Generally, this one would take few more minutes. Okay. See, generally, if we are passing any instructions outside of Azure, that one would ask an authentication, right? So where that authentications are happening, where we passing the credential. So for that, inside the function, inside the profile.ps, they added the one line. They added the line of code. Connect AZ account identity. So I just literally connected with the system managed identity. Okay. So far this one not get enabled. Now only we are uploading our source code into our our Azure functions, right? So let's wait for it. After that, we can enable the system managed identity over there, and then we can provide the privilege for that. Okay, so create function app. Yeah. See that function app got created, and also these things got deployed. If you just wanted to check over there, just go here and check it. Azure Learning YouTube channel function resource group got created. Just go instead of function. Go to the app files. Currently read-only mode because it's running from a package. So okay, fine. So due to that internal settings, it's not showing. Now it's coming. See that which version we took and host.json, profile.ps. Those all we can find it here. Okay. And also whatever I'm gonna update in this Visual Studio Code, which one would reflect here? Okay, if I do deploy means. Okay, what I'll do, let me create the system managed identity. So far there is no identity, system managed identity for this. Let me enable this. Yeah, I just enabled system managed identity for this because this Azure function wants to perform some activity in Azure resources, right? So here itself, I'm allowing him. Okay, Azure role-based assignment. I'm just going to allow in subscription level. So subscription, and here we can select the role. See, don't worry, it's just a glitch. This one would comes in. See, now it comes. Just select the owner privilege. Okay, in your case, you need to provide the respective privilege. I'm just selecting owner for the demo purpose. It's just a demo purpose, right? So that I won't face any issues with that. In your case, you need to select the respective role and then you need to save it. Okay, I have added the role assignment. Okay, so this one will take some time to reflect here. Let's hit refresh. Okay, so still that one not get reflected. Okay, let's do refresh. Still that role is not showing over there. Okay, actually we mapped it. That one taking time to reflect the options over there. Okay, let's check in the subscription page. Go to the IAM, go to the role assignment. There itself we can see. Yeah, Azure Function App System Identity had the owner privilege. Okay, so now what I'll do, we deployed it. Okay, so now this one would work there. Let me go to the function app. See, the timer trigger got enabled. Guys, this is how we need to set up that Azure function. In the next part, I'll come up with another scenario and then we'll discuss like this. Okay, and see you guys in the next part. Thank you.